Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for another one of my videos. We're back on the bootleg front this time. A few titles to have a look at, some on the way, some yet to be released, and also there's a batch of coloured vinyl, multicoloured vinyls from America, which are going to hopefully be the most special ones I've ever had. I keep saying that every time, but I'm really looking forward to seeing those. I'm going to show you 3 Zepp bootlegs that have recently come in. 2 brand new titles and 1 40-year-old bootleg, and one that I was been looking for a while. So we'll start off with one of the new ones, which is a box set called Good Evening New York. And this is from Madison Square Gardens 75, 12th of February. Complete show, soundboard recording, perfect soundboard recording, and a show I hadn't previously got on vinyl. And it's very nice. It's very nice. I quite like the front of the box. A superb quality photograph of Robert Plant. really nice colours. It says that this was remastered in 2024, which I presume was for CD, so this has come out now on vinyl for the first time. The back of the box I'm not that impressed by, to be honest. Not particularly appealing, but you get the track listings, and there's sort of, it's from a newspaper article, I think that is, but why they've got that there for College Basketball magazine, I have no idea really. But anyway, so strange back of the box, nice front of the box. 300 of these have been made, mine's number 226. The usual 8x8 fold out, same design as the box, and then some photos inside. Again, not particularly well done in my view, kind of a bit thrown together. That photograph there, for instance, chops off the names, so a bit slapdash if you like. The records are all coloured, but mine are fairly boring, to be honest. That's a marbly kind of pale red, not unattractive, but these do vary. These do vary. Second one's sort of dullish green, again with a bit of marbling in it, but just a different colour really. Disc 3 on mine is this sort of silver grey, sort of nondescript thing, but it's got some quite nice sort of swirly bits going on. Don't know whether you can see that. Not brilliant light in here, I know. So yeah, again, pretty ordinary. And then the last one is pretty much the same as the first one, but a bit less marbling. So as I say, these do vary, so your copy will probably have different colours. But the thing about this is it's an absolutely pristine soundboard recording from 75, so whilst we've got other soundboards, Bloomington, quick remind myself of what I've got in terms of 75. So that's Dallas, Fort Worth, sorry. We've got Fort Worth, that one there. That's the Bloomington. That's not 75, that's not 75. Obviously Earl's Court. That's not 75, that's not 75, that's not 75. That's 70. 77. Again, complete old school at 75. So yeah, there's loads of them, but this is perfect. I mean, in terms of having a perfect show from then. Whether the performance is on par, I've seen reports saying the performance on other shows is better or more interesting, but certainly from what I can hear on this, Plants on form, Pages on form, the drums come out beautifully well on vinyl, and the bass is also quite distinct, so it's very clean but not unnaturally clean. It's just a really brilliant listen. So whilst I'm not blown away by the presentation, particularly on this one, the sound is just tremendous. So that's Good Evening New York. It's out now, so should be available from the usual sources, shall we say. So the next one is an old one that came out in the 80s, I think 87, and it is Dazed and Confused on Royal Sound label. So if you'll see, a few videos ago I did a feature on Royal Sound records when I acquired the Deep Purple one that they did, which was a triple, and I just love the label. So I had 5 titles under the label at that stage, and the Zeppelin now makes 6. So I was really pleased to get a hold of this one. They are quite hard to find, the Zeppelin ones. People don't like to let them go, and this is in absolutely pristine condition, apart from it's got a slight split tear at the top, but otherwise it's unplayed by the looks of things. There's no spindle marks at all. The whole thing's absolutely crisp, clean, minty, fresh. It's the BBC 69 recording from June 27th, so it's a single album this, and at the time obviously this was quite a nice thing to have, but since then obviously the BBC stuff's come out. So, but this is the vinyl, so absolutely lovely splatter. Blue, yellow, black and white on a clear base. So just a gorgeous thing. And as I say, that's when you look close up at the label, there's no suggestion that's been anywhere near a record player. So we'll keep it like that. There's a site CD and LP, which some of you may know about. Very expensive, the stuff on there. Their price for one of these is $499, so they're not quite worth that much, but no, I'm really chuffed to get a hold of a copy of one of those. So in due course hopefully we'll track down the other ones that I'm missing. So whilst you can stop collecting, can't, don't collect anymore, little things of interest that keep me going, if you like, are, if I can find the other ones to that particular label. I've got to get rid of a whole batch of this stuff to try and make some space, but little things keep me going like that. And other things that keep me going, things like this. This is the other new one that's come out. Absolutely beautiful looking thing. So obviously this is the this is Destroyer, not the Destroyer, Destroyer. Richfield Coliseum, 27th of April 77. Now funnily enough, I recently sold my copy of the Swinging Pig Destroyer pressing that was a triple. And so I realised I hadn't even got Destroyer on CD anymore. So this came out. I thought, well, I need to explore what this is like. And it's basically the same people that did the Earl's Court 75. So very, very beautiful presentation. You get this hinged box. And they call themselves Antenna Concert Radio Broadcast. That's the logo for the label there. So this is 4 LPs. As far as I know, it's the complete thing. Limited edition, 350 copies made on splatter vinyl. So really, it's pretty essential, I would say. I mean, anyone who's a fan of Zeppelin and just sees that will say, yeah, I think I need to own that. So the box hinges open, so it kind of opens like that. And then inside you get this nice little mini booklet, if you like. But again, a lot of attention has gone into the detail on this. It's not just replicating the images they've already sent to the printers for the box. So this is a proper booklet. Great photos, great photos. Iconic shot of Planty. And then a little bit of blurb, and yeah, it's just, there's the track listing, so you can have that to look at as it's playing. So this is 4 LP splatter, but they're different splatters. They're not all the same. So the first one of mine, it's like a sort of a marbled milky base, sort of semi-translucent, if you like, but with beautiful multicoloured splatter. As you see, that side you get the label with the tracks, and the other side you get band shot. And again, they've used a different artist for each LP. 4 band members, 4 labels to do. So that's the first one. Really gorgeous. Second one, even more gorgeous, as you can see. Much more splatter on that one. John Paul Jones is on the label on that one. It's a really gorgeous disc, as you can see. That is absolutely stunning. So the other 2 are different. We've got red with black splatter. So again, it may be that these are different depending on which one you have. So you've got Planty playing his double neck guitar. So yeah, I don't know whether they all follow the same with 2 multicoloured splatters and 2 red and black splatters, but I can only show you what I've got. And then the other one is a much more elaborate splatter, again black on red, and there's Planty. So just gorgeous thing really. So I would imagine it's going to be pretty sought after as a title. I mean, the Earl's Court one that they brought out, it was subsequently came out in plain coloured vinyl, if not black vinyl. I think it was coloured vinyl, but not splatter. So I think there is a tendency for them to kind of reissue when the first batch have gone in a different format. But for me, coloured vinyl collector, multicoloured splatter vinyl, it's got to be the one to have. So I would say hunt that down if you can. Sound wise, perfect. So what you would expect from that recording, it doesn't disappoint on vinyl. I can't recall whether I ever played my Swinging Pig, so I've got nothing to compare it with in that regard, and it's so long since I've played or had this Destroyer on CD, but it is absolutely perfect. It's a beautiful listening experience. The song remains the same, starts mid-song, which I think it does on every source. I might be wrong there. So you only get, what, 3 minutes 45 of that track. But it's a must-have. I'm afraid it's an absolute must-have. It's funny because we're coming to L on my A to Z of music videos. So I'm actually looking at Zeppelin at the moment, and so there'll be some videos coming up of my choice of Zeppelin music to play, and this is just a nice coincidence that these ones have come out at this time. So there you go. In terms of other things to show you, there's a Bowie one, which I'll do on another video. I also got a Blue Oyster Cult thing, which is an official release, but it's worth showing you because it's nice. There's a lot of Floyd titles, but they seem to announce them, show you them, and then they don't come out for a month, 6 weeks. So how long it'll be before they come out, and then we choose whether we want them or whether we can afford them, and what they're actually like in reality. And we'll have to wait and see on those. And I think there's a Stones Pigs on the Groove also touted for release soon, and I can't even remember what the show was or even what tour that was from. It's completely gone out of my mind, but that was something else that was potentially something to be of interest to me. But you know, when you're not collecting anymore, you can't keep getting these things. But as I say, those to me seem pretty essential. The 75, the Madison Square Garden's disappointed at the presentation and the vinyls, but that's just me personally. Most people don't give a shit about that. They'll just say, oh, they're a nice coloured vinyl, and they'll listen to it. That's what it's for. So the sound on it is just stunning. So you definitely will be playing that and listening to it if you ever get an evening free to yourself to do so. I'll put that little bit in brackets. So there you go, and the only other thing to say at the moment is that for me, being a huge Yes fan and Tales from Topographic Oceans fan particularly, I don't know whether it's here, no, it's not here, but there's a book come out by Kevin Mulrain, Listening Guide on Tales, and it warrants a response, I think, because it's quite a read. So we'll have a little video on that pretty soon. I have read through it, and it's very, very informative. That will feature on a separate video. So thanks for watching this one, and I hope to see you again soon.